everyone, it's Morgyn from For the Love of Paper, and I am here with another Project Life Process video. This is my part 4 for December 2016, and this one is Christmas Day. So I'm doing a 9x12 spread. This video is actually sped up a little bit faster than normal so that I could get both sides of the spread, the insert, whatever you want to call it, done in the one video. So first off, this page here was kind of in the morning when Sam woke up and got to open his Christmas stocking, and then us opening our presents with my mum and Peter. Yeah, so that was pretty much just our Christmas morning with the 5 of us, and of course the dog. He's always in on the action. That's his little cheeky face that you can see up in the top left hand corner there. Yeah, he came in and was sitting on my stomach first thing in the morning trying to wake me up. And yeah, so that's what these photos are all about, and there wasn't quite enough for me to do 2 12x12 spreads without using a ton of journaling cards or filler cards. So that's why I went with the 9x12 option instead this time around, and I actually really like it. I do like scrapping in that size. That size, yeah. It's just such a shame that it's so hard to get the 9x12 albums here in Australia, and if you can get them, they are super expensive. Like, it's just ridiculous. I think the albums, you can only get them from Studio Calico and the Messy Box, I think, are the only 2 places that I've seen them in that size. And then shipping is just a killer, and our dollar is so rubbish at the moment. So I will just continue to scrap 12x12, and maybe next year I'll see if I can get myself some 9x12 albums instead. So I did back all of these photos, I believe, or maybe not, maybe just a couple of them. So that one was of Sam sitting on the floor doing his colouring book that he got in his Santa stocking, because we told him he was only allowed his Santa stocking first up in the morning until Grandma and Opa had woken up, and then he was allowed to go out into the lounge. So he's sitting on the floor. The dog's actually in that picture as well, and doing some colouring. And then this one is of, oh, that was him opening up his stocking. So these are kind of in chronological order of how the morning went. So this one was the one of Max sitting on my stomach waking me up, and then the one middle left was all the presents under the tree before we demolished them and made a massive mess. And then that was a filler card from the, what collection was that? Simple Stories, one of the Simple Stories collections, and I just put a sticker that said Christmas Day. The next one was Mum and Peter opening their presents up, and this one was, oh, this was Sam opening his main Santa present, which was Ninja Turtles, which is what he'd asked for. So Santa did very well this year and got exactly what was on the list, or one of the things that was on the list. And he is wearing a party hat. He had made a decision before Christmas that everyone needed to wear a party hat, and they had to be the cone type that you wear at a birthday party. And we saw some at Spotlight, and he said, yeah, those are the ones we're going to have. So for Christmas lunch we did all wear party hats, which was kind of cool, a bit different. Normally you wear those crown type paper ones that you get in the Christmas crackers, but no, we wore cardboard cone paper hats this year. So that was that photo. And then the next photo is Frank opening up his present, and unfortunately there's none of me because no one thought or no one else thought to get their camera out and take any photos. I think I was the only one taking photos, so I didn't end up in any of them. And then the last photo is, I think that's Sam and mine, maybe Frank's, just our little Christmas haul there sitting on the floor. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So I used some of the pattern paper from one of the 6x6 paper pads and made up my own little cards with the little strip across the middle. And then those stickers were from L Studio that I just wrote out presents on there. Because these photos don't really need that much explanation. Like, you look back in 10 years time, you're gonna go, oh, it's Christmas Day, people are opening presents. Yeah, I think I did journal what Sam got on there, possibly. Well, that one just says Christmas stocking because it's a little bit hard to tell what that one actually is. And what did I write on this one? I think I put like my wake up call or something, because the dog did actually wake up before Sam, which was super surprising. I mean, the dog gets up early anyway, but I thought Sam would have been up at the crack of dawn, being Christmas Day and all, but he wasn't. And I love this little frame. I've been holding on to that frame for so long, and it fitted perfectly with this little photo, and it says so much fun on it. And of course, what's more fun than opening presents on Christmas morning? So that fitted perfectly, and the photo was just the right size and shape and orientation to fit in there, to fit inside the frame part of it anyway. And yeah, so the bottom one I just journaled what he got from Santa. And then these photos were from the rest of the day, so these will go on the back of this. I don't know how that photo got in there. It didn't actually belong on a Christmas Day spread. So the top one was, what am I trying to say? Oh my goodness, baby brain has got me. The table. That was all of our food laid out on the table. And I'm so glad I took that photo, because I stood up on a chair, on one of the dining chairs, to get like a bird's eye view of it. And my mother-in-law thought that I was trying to take a photo of everyone around the table, but no one was sitting down, no one was even there. And she told me that I shouldn't be up on the chair, and that you know, I should wait till everyone was there before I take a photo. I'm like, no, bugger it, I don't want hands in it, and I don't want people who've scooped up food already. I just wanted a photo of the table before we all sat down. So I am so glad I actually took that one, and it was a really good photo. It came out really nicely. So that's that one. The next one I think was, can't remember. Oh, these are some photos of my Nana. She was with us for lunch on Christmas Day, even though she wasn't feeling the best. She still made it out and made it over to Mum's place for Christmas lunch. And unfortunately, when I took the photos, we were sitting in front of, behind a big glass door, and because it was so bright and sunny, the glare was just horrendous. And I tried so hard to edit the photo to try and get rid of the glare, and I just couldn't. Like, you can still see what it is and that it's us, but oh, they're just absolutely shocking photos. They're some of the worst photos I've ever taken. And the fact that the print job on these was rubbish, absolutely dismal to say the best. And the fact that they'd also been through the Collect app, which made them even more crap. So I'm kind of annoyed that they're so rubbish, but never mind. It's a photo of my Nan, and she had just turned 94 years old, so go Nan. And then this one, oh, that was the table one. And then the next photo was of the 4 generations, so my Nana, my mum, me, and Sam, which was pretty cool. I don't think we'd had a photo of all 4 of us for a long time, so it was nice to get one of those. And just trying to make some layers behind this one. Again, using up all those little teeny tiny scraps that I've had laying around. I know I've said it in other videos that I'm determined to not have so many scraps this year and just use them up in things like this, and this works so well. The way I've been doing some of these filler cards, yeah, so I think it's a great idea to use up your scraps like that. And it's not much, it's one 3x4 card and then a little strip of paper that had probably been chopped off the bottom of another one. And what do I write out here? Again, with the L Studio alphabet stickers, I think I just wrote out Our Feast, possibly, excuse me, and then I went back over with a black Sharpie marker because the grey was not quite bold enough. So I did go over that with the black. I can't remember what this photo was. Was that our family photo? Yeah, that was our family picture, and I just popped a little gold heart on there out of my stash, and I think that says family on it, and then I just wrote 4 generations, possibly. Did I write? Yeah, no, that was all I wrote. Nice and simple. And this is my pavlova. I think this is my second one. I can't remember for the year. I usually end up making 1 or 2 during the Christmas season, to different events and parties and whatnot that we go to. And this one was topped with mangoes, blueberries, and kiwi fruit. No kiwi fruit actually. It was mangoes, blueberries, and passion fruit was what I had on top of that one, and it was so good. If it wasn't so incredibly sweet and loaded with sugar, I could just eat that all day, nearly every day. But the sugar content just gets a bit too much. So again, using those little alphas. I love those alphas. They're just the perfect size for Project Life. Absolutely perfect. And these are just some more family photos. This one was Frank and Sam. And sadly, Sam did not smile nicely for any of the photos with me. Only the photos with his dad and his nanny and Poppy. Such a little pub. Yeah, so that was their little photo. And then what's the next one? Can't remember. I know I mentioned in a video the other day those little glue bottles. I just can't get over how awesome they are and how much my glossy accent doesn't stick anymore, and I can use it, make the most of it. I'm still so happy about that. My little win. This one was one of Sam, and this sticker was one that I had made, or frame was one that I'd made from a whole bunch of the elements from the lily pad. It was from a couple of different designers, so I can't remember where each piece was from, and I just used that little frame to pop around that photo. The photo is actually too small for the frame, but I made a slight adjustment, as you can see me trimming the edge of it, to make it a little bit smaller and make it fit. And you can't even notice once it's on the layout. You don't even notice that it's a little bit chopped up. And then I just added little tiny journaling on there. And then this one was Sam with his who is in it? Oh, Sam and Frank and his nanny and Poppy, so that's Frank's parents in that one. And then I was trying to fiddle around with the cards because I didn't want the same pattern paper next to the same pattern paper on a card, because I'm a bit fussy like that. So there was a couple with wood grain, and I didn't want wood grain next to wood grain. It's fine on the same layout, but not next to each other. Just one of those things that I don't like. So I was trying to shuffle them all around to make sure I could get this extra wood grain piece in, even though it's not a whole sheet. And another little teeny tiny piece of paper, and I just trimmed that photo down again. It's like the smallest photo. It's probably only about oh no, it's probably not even 2 by 2, it's so tiny. And I don't think there is much more to this layout. I think I do some journaling up the top, but this one was quite an easy one to put together. Everything kind of just fell into place once I'd cut down the photos. Oh, that's right, I wanted to swap the filler card out so that I could journal about the day. I just mentioned a couple of things that we ate and who was there and what we did, because we always play a game. Every year we play a game, we have little prizes, so I think I journaled about that. But I do that off camera, so you don't have to sit and watch me fill in that entire card. So there we go. I did quite a lot of journaling on that one actually, which is big for me. And then I decided that I didn't want that 4 generations there like that, so I put a little label in there and wrote on that instead. And that is this layout done, guys. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!